And as you do, as you step into the fullness of your divine creative power, you will watch in awe and awe as the world reshapes itself to match your new assumption. You will marvel at the synchronicities, the coincidences, the magical unfolding of events that lead you to the manifestation of your desires.
The world you see is a mirror, reflecting back to you the contents of your own mind. Now you might ask, if this is true, why haven't I seen my desires manifest already? The answer, my dear friends, lies in your understanding of time and your ability to live in the end. You see, most people live their lives believing that what they want is in the future, always just out of reach. But I tell you this, the future you desire already exists, and it is calling you to step into it now. When I say a manifestation is coming to you quickly, I do not speak of some distant event that you must wait for. No, the quickness I speak of is the speed at which you can shift your consciousness to align with your desire. In the realm of imagination, there is no time. The moment you fully accept and feel the reality of your desire, it is done. Let me share with you a principle that, once understood, will revolutionize your approach to manifestation. It is this: what you feel, you attract. What you imagine and accept as true must become your reality. This is not mere positive thinking or wishful daydreaming. This is the fundamental law of consciousness. Imagine for a moment that you have a desire. Perhaps it's a new job, a loving relationship, improved health, or financial abundance. Whatever it may be, I want you to know that this desire did not originate from you. It came to you. It is God's way of telling you what is already yours. The mere fact that you can conceive of this desire is proof of its possibility, nay, its inevitability. But here's where most people falter. They acknowledge their desire, but then they look to their current circumstances and say, but how? How can this possibly happen given my current situation? In doing so, they push their desire away, relegating it to some uncertain future. I tell you now, with absolute certainty, that this approach is the very thing keeping your manifestation at bay. Your manifestation is not coming to you, you are going to it. And the way to do this is through the power of your wonderful human imagination. You must learn to live in the end. What do I mean by this? It means that you must assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. If you want financial abundance, you must feel wealthy now. If you seek a loving relationship, you must feel love now. If you desire perfect health, you must feel the vitality and wellness coursing through your body now. This is not pretending or self-deception. This is understanding the true nature of reality. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner state. By changing your inner state, by living in the end, you set in motion the forces that will reshape your outer world to match your inner vision. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Neville, I've tried this. I've imagined what I want, but nothing has changed. To you, I say this: persistence is key. You must not only imagine your desire, you must live from that state consistently. Your new assumption, your new concept of self must become so natural to you that you no longer have to consciously think about it. Let me give you an example. Suppose you desire financial abundance, but your current reality shows a bank account nearing zero. The world would tell you to worry, to stress, to frantically search for ways to make money. But I tell you, this is the surest way to perpetuate your current state. Instead, you must boldly claim your desire is already fulfilled. When you look at your bank statement, see the numbers you wish to see. When you walk down the street, carry yourself as a person of wealth would. When you go to sleep at night, feel the satisfaction and security of financial abundance. You might ask, but isn't this delusion? Isn't this denying T? And to that I say, what you call reality is just a shadow, a reflection of past assumptions. Your true reality is what you decree it to be. The outer world has no choice but to rearrange itself to match your inner conviction. Remember, my dear friends, the biblical phrase, "Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." This is not mere poetic language. It is a practical instruction for living. By renewing your mind, by changing your concept of self, you literally transform your world. Now let's delve deeper into the mechanics of this transformation. Your subconscious mind is the builder of your body and your world. It works day and night to make your assumptions a reality. It doesn't argue, it doesn't question. It simply accepts what you feed it as truth and goes about making it so. This is why it's crucial to guard the thoughts you allow to take root in your mind. Every time you say "I am," you're making a claim on your reality. I am broke, I am unlucky in love, I am always sick. These are not mere observations of your current state. They are powerful commands to your subconscious mind. So if a manifestation is coming to you quickly, it's because you're on the verge of fully embracing a new concept of self. You're close to living consistently from the state of your wish fulfilled. The universe, which is nothing but your own wonderful human imagination pushed out, is rearranging itself to accommodate your new self-concept. Let's take a moment to really understand what I mean by living in the end. It's not about affirming what you want. It's about assuming you already have it. There's a world of difference between saying, "I want to be wealthy," and "I am wealthy." The first keeps wealth at a distance, always just out of reach. The second claims it as your current reality. When you live in the end, you no longer seek signs or worry about how your desire will manifest. You know it is done, and you live your life from that knowledge. This is what I mean when I say that manifestation is coming to you quickly. The speed of your manifestation is directly proportional to the completeness of your assumption. Now, some of you might be wondering about action. Neville, you might ask, are you saying we should just imagine and take no action in the physical world? Not at all, my friends. Action is important, but it must be inspired action. When you truly live in the end, when you fully embody the state of wish fulfilled, you will naturally be moved to take the right actions. These actions won't feel like hard work or struggle. They will feel natural, almost inevitable. You'll find yourself in the right place at the right time, saying the right things to the right people. This is because, having changed your concept of self, you are now aligned with the version of you that already has what you desire. Let me give you another example to illustrate this point. Suppose you desire a specific job. The conventional approach would be to search job listings, send out resumes, and hope for the best. And there's nothing inherently wrong with these actions. But when you approach it from the state of living in the end, everything changes. Instead of desperately searching for a job, you assume the feeling of already having that perfect job. You feel the satisfaction of doing work you love. You feel the security of a good income. You feel the pride of contributing your talents to the world. Living from this state, you might still send out resumes or go to interviews, but you'll do so from a completely different energy. Instead of hoping to be chosen, you'll walk into interviews knowing that you're the perfect fit for the job. You'll speak with confidence and authority because in your mind, this job is already yours. And here's the miraculous part. The outer world has no choice but to conform to your inner assumption. You might find that the perfect job opportunity seemingly falls into your lap, or a chance encounter leads to an introduction to the right person. Or perhaps the skills you need for your dream job suddenly become easy for you to come. This, my friends, is the art of allowing your manifestation to come to you quickly. It's not about forcing or struggling. It's about aligning your inner state with your desire and then allowing the outer world to catch up. Now, I want to address a common concern that many people have when they first encounter these teachings. They worry that if they assume their desire is already fulfilled, they'll become complacent and stop taking necessary actions in the physical world. Nothing could be further from the truth. When you truly live in the end, when you fully embody the state of your wish fulfilled, you become more active, not less. But your actions come from a place of inspiration and joy, not desperation and fear. Think about it. If you knew with absolute certainty that you were wealthy, would you sit around doing nothing? Of course not. You would engage with the world in new ways. You might start businesses, make investments, or contribute to causes you care about. Your actions would flow naturally from your new state of being. The same is true for any desire. If you knew you were in perfect health, you would naturally take actions to maintain that health. If you knew you were in a loving relationship, you would naturally act in loving ways. The actions are a result of the state, not the cause of it. This brings us to another crucial point in understanding why your manifestation is coming to you quickly. It's because you're starting to grasp the true order of creation. In the world of Caesar, we're taught that seeing is believing. But in the realm of imagination, the true reality, believing, is seeing. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you are. This is why affirmations or visualizations alone often fail to produce results. They're treating the imaginal act as a means to an end, rather than the end itself. When you truly understand this, your whole approach to manifestation shifts. Instead of asking, how can I get what I want? You start asking, who do I need to be to naturally have what I want? This shift in focus is what speeds up your manifestations. Let's explore this further with another example. Suppose you desire a loving, committed relationship. The conventional approach might involve going on countless dates, trying to impress potential partners, or even changing yourself to be more attractive to others. But from the perspective of living in the end, you would instead focus on embodying the state of someone already in a loving, committed relationship. How would such a person feel? How would they carry themselves? How would they interact with the world? You might find yourself feeling more loving and open in general, not just towards potential romantic partners, but towards everyone you meet. You might start taking better care of yourself, not to impress others, but because that's what someone in a loving relationship would naturally do. You would feel cherished, supported, and loved even before your specific person appears in your physical reality. And here's the beautiful part: by embodying this state, you become magnetic to your desire. The right person is drawn to you effortlessly because you're vibrating at the frequency of love and commitment. This is what I mean when I say your manifestation is coming to you quickly. It's not about waiting for something external to change. It's about changing your internal state so completely that the external has no choice but to follow suit. Now I want to address another common stumbling block that often slows down manifestations. It's the tendency to constantly check and see if your desire has manifested yet. This checking comes from a place of lack and doubt, and it pushes your desire further away. Remember, what you focus on expands. If you're constantly looking for evidence of your manifestation, you're actually focusing on its absence. This sends a powerful message to your subconscious mind that you don't really believe you have what you desire. Instead, cultivate a state of knowing. Just as you don't constantly check to see if gravity is still working, you shouldn't need to check if your manifestation is coming. Know that it is done and live your life from that knowing. This state of knowing, of unwavering faith, is what truly speeds up your manifestations. It's not about making something happen. It's about aligning with what is already done in the realm of imagination. Let's delve even deeper into this concept. Every desire you have, everything you want to be, do, or have already exists in what I call the fourth dimensional realm. This is the realm of imagination, the realm of consciousness. It's a realm where time and space, as we know them, don't exist. In this fourth dimensional realm, everything happens now. There's no waiting, no process, no delay between the imaginal act and its fulfillment. When you imagine something in this realm, it is instantly real. The reason it seems to take time to manifest in your three-dimensional reality is because of the habit of consciousness. Your physical senses and your habitual thought patterns keep pulling you back to your old concept of self, your old assumptions about reality. This is why persistence is so crucial. You must persist in your new assumption, your new self-concept, until it feels more real to you than the evidence of your physical senses. This is what it means to live by faith and not by sight. Now you might be thinking, but Neville, this sounds difficult. How can I maintain this new state consistently? And to that, I say it's not about forcing yourself to maintain a state. It's about choosing again and again, moment by moment, to return to the state of your wish fulfilled. Every time you catch yourself slipping back into old patterns of thought or behavior, simply notice it without judgment and choose again. Choose to return to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Choose to embody the version of you that already has what you desire. This practice becomes easier over time. It's like building a muscle. The more you exercise your ability to choose your state of consciousness, the stronger that ability becomes. Soon, living from the state of your wish fulfilled becomes your new normal. And this, my dear friends, is why your manifestation is coming to you quickly. Because you're starting to grasp this truth. You're beginning to understand that your outer world is nothing but a shadow of your inner state. You're learning to live from the end, to embody the state of your wish fulfilled. Let me share with you a powerful technique to speed up this process even further. It's called revision, and it's one of the most potent tools in your manifestation toolkit. Revision is the art of reimagining past events in a way that aligns with your desired reality. You see, your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what you actually experience. By revising past events, you're literally rewriting your subconscious programming. For example, suppose you had an argument with someone important to you. Instead of replaying the argument in your mind, which only reinforces the negative experience, you would revise it. Imagine the conversation going differently. See yourself responding with love and understanding. Feel the warmth of a positive interaction. Do this vividly, engaging all your senses until the revised version feels more real to you than what physically happened. Your subconscious mind will accept this new version as reality, and it will influence your future interactions. This practice of revision is not about denying or suppressing negative experiences. It's about consciously choosing which experiences you want to imprint on your subconscious mind. It's about taking control of your inner world, knowing that as you do so, your outer world must follow suit. Now, let's talk about another crucial aspect of speeding up your manifestations: detachment. Many people make the mistake of becoming overly attached to their desires, constantly wondering when and how they will manifest. This attachment actually pushes the desire further away. True detachment comes from knowing that your desire is already yours in the fourth dimensional realm. When you know this, truly know it, you no longer feel the need to grasp or chase after your desire. You can relax, knowing it's already done. This state of relaxed detachment is incredibly powerful. It opens you up to receive your good in ways you might not have imagined. Often your desire will manifest in a way that's even better than what you initially imagined. Remember, the how is not your concern. Your job is to live in the end, to maintain the feeling of your wish fulfilled. The infinite intelligence of your subconscious mind will take care of the how. Trust in this process. Have faith in the law that never fails. Now I want to address something that often comes up when people start applying these principles. They worry about the impact their manifesting might have on others. What if my desire negatively affects someone else? They ask. Or what if I'm taking something away from another person? To this I say, remember that consciousness is the only reality. The people in your world are yourself pushed out. They are playing the parts that your assumptions have assigned to them. By changing your assumptions, you're not imposing your will on anyone. You're simply shifting to a reality where everyone is playing a different role. Moreover, in the infinite abundance of the universe, there's more than enough for everyone. Your good doesn't come at the expense of another. When you raise your consciousness to embody a state of abundance and love, you uplift the entire world with you. This understanding frees you from guilt or worry about your manifesting. It allows you to claim your good boldly, knowing that as you do so, you're contributing to the upliftment of all. Your joy, your success, your love, these are gifts to the entire world. Now let's delve deeper into the concept of time as it relates to your manifestations. In your three-dimensional experience, time appears linear. There's a past, present, and future. But in the fourth dimensional realm of imagination, all time is now. This means that the version of you who already has what you desire exists now. The you who is living your dream life, who has achieved your goals, who is experiencing perfect health or abundant wealth. That you is not some future version of yourself. It exists now in this eternal moment. Your job then is to tune into that version of yourself, to align your consciousness with it so completely that it becomes your dominant state of being. This is what I mean when I say to live in the end. It's not about projecting yourself into some imagined future. It's about claiming a state that already exists now. When you do this, when you fully embody this state, time seems to collapse. What might have taken years in your old understanding can happen in an instant. This is why I say your manifestation is coming to you quickly, because in the realm where all creation takes place, the realm of consciousness, it's already done. Let me give you a practical way to apply this understanding. Tonight, as you lie in bed preparing for sleep, I want you to do this. Feel as though you are lying in the bed of your dream home. If wealth is your desire, feel the luxurious sheets against your skin. If it's a loving relationship you seek, feel the warmth of your beloved next to you. Engage all your senses in this imaginal act. Hear the sounds of your ideal environment. Smell the scents associated with your desire fulfilled. Let every detail of your wish for life surround you as you drift off to sleep. You see, the state akin to sleep is when your subconscious mind is most receptive. By falling asleep in the state of your wish fulfilled, you're imprinting that reality deeply into your subconscious. You're tuning yourself to the frequency of your desire. Do this night after night, and you'll find your daytime thoughts and actions naturally aligning with this new reality. You'll start to notice opportunities you might have missed before. You'll feel inspired to take actions that lead you closer to your desire. And most importantly, you'll carry the feeling of your wish fulfilled with you throughout your day. This feeling is crucial. It's not enough to simply visualize what you want. You must feel it. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the gratitude of already having what you desire. This feeling is the secret that speeds up your manifestations. Remember, your subconscious mind doesn't understand words like want, wish, or have. It only understands the language of feeling. When you consistently feel as though you already have what you desire, your subconscious accepts it as reality and goes to work making it so in your outer world. Now I want to address something that often comes up as people start applying these principles. They wonder if I'm living in the end, feeling as though I already have what I desire. Won't that make me complacent? Won't it stop me from taking action towards my goals? This is a common misconception, but nothing could be further from the truth. When you truly embody the state of your wish fulfilled, you'll find yourself naturally inspired to take the right actions. These actions won't feel like hard work or struggle. They'll feel natural, even inevitable. You see, by living in the end, you're aligning yourself with a version of you who already has what you desire. And that version of you would naturally take certain actions, have certain habits, make certain choices. As you embody that state, those actions, habits, and choices will come to you effortlessly. Now let's talk about the importance of self-concept in speeding up your manifestations. Your self-concept is the sum total of all your beliefs about yourself. It's the story you tell yourself about who you are, what you're capable of, and what you deserve. Many people struggle with manifesting because their desire conflicts with their self-concept. They might desire wealth, but deep down believe they're not worthy of abundance. They might want a loving relationship, but subconsciously feel unlovable. To manifest quickly, your self-concept must align with your desire. You must see yourself as the kind of person who naturally has what you want. This goes beyond just visualizing yourself having your desire. It's about becoming, in consciousness, the person who already has it. If wealth is your desire, you must embody the consciousness of a wealthy person. How does a wealthy person think? How do they make decisions? How do they view money? Embody these traits in your daily life. If it's a loving relationship you seek, embody the consciousness of someone who is deeply loved and cherished. How does such a person carry themselves? How do they interact with others? How do they treat themselves? As you align your self-concept with your desire, you'll find your manifestations accelerating, because now you're not trying to get something that feels foreign or out of reach. You're simply expressing what feels natural and inherent to who you are. This is why I often say that revision of your self-concept is the highest form of revision. As you revise your concept of self, as you choose to embody a new state of consciousness, your entire world must shift to reflect this new you. Imagine, if you will, a world where your thoughts shape your reality, where your imagination is the creative force that molds the very fabric of your existence. This is not a fantasy, my dear friends, but the fundamental truth of our being. For you see, the world you perceive around you is nothing but an outward picture of your inner assumptions. Every circumstance, every event, every person in your life is there because you have imagined it so. Now you might be thinking, Neville, how can this be? How can my mere thoughts and imagination create such profound changes in just 1 week? And to that, I say time is but an illusion, a construct of the human mind. In the realm of spirit, in the kingdom within you, there is no time. There is only the eternal now, the precious present moment in which all possibilities exist simultaneously. As we embark on this journey together, exploring these 5 transformative habits, I want you to shed all preconceived notions of what is possible or impossible. For in the world of imagination, there are no limits, no boundaries, and no obstacles that cannot be overcome. You are about to discover the immense power that has been lying dormant within you, waiting to be awakened and harnessed. The first habit that will revolutionize your life is the practice of living in the end. This, my friends, is the cornerstone of all creation, the very foundation upon which your new life will be built. Living in the end means assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, experiencing in your imagination the reality you desire, as if it were already manifest in the physical world. Let me illustrate this profound truth with a simple example. Suppose you desire financial abundance. Instead of focusing on your current state of lack or limitation, you must assume the feeling of already possessed. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine yourself living in the beautiful home you've always dreamed of. Feel the soft carpet beneath your feet. Smell the fragrant flowers in your garden. Hear the laughter of your loved ones echoing through the spacious rooms. This, my dear friends, is not mere daydreaming or escapism. This is the very act of creation. For you see, your imagination is God in action. It is the creative power of the universe expressing itself through you. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are aligning yourself with the creative forces of the cosmos, setting in motion a series of events that must inevitably lead to the manifestation of your desire. But remember, it is not enough to simply visualize your desire for a few moments and then return to your old patterns of your thought and behavior. You must persist in this new assumption, making it your dominant feeling, your new reality. This is where the power of the second habit comes into play, the art of revision. Revision, my friends, is the magical act of rewriting your past to align with your desired future. It is the recognition that time is fluid, that your memories are not fixed, immutable things, but rather malleable impressions that can be reshaped by the power of your imagination. Let us say that you had an unpleasant encounter with a colleague at work. Instead of replaying this negative experience in your mind, reinforcing feelings of anger or resentment. You have the power to revise this event. Close your eyes and replay the scene in your imagination. But this time, see it unfold exactly as you would have wished. Hear the kind words, feel the warmth of a friendly interaction, experience the mutual respect and understanding. As you practice this habit of revision, you will find that not only does it change your perception of past events, but it also transforms your present and future. For you see, by revising the past, you are altering the very foundation upon which your current reality is built. You are rewriting the script of your life scene by scene, moment by moment. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Neville, how can changing my imagination of past events alter what has already happened? And to that, I say, what you perceive as the past is nothing but a memory, a thought you are thinking in the present moment. By changing that thought, by revising that memory, you are quite literally altering the past, present, and future in one fell swoop. As you practice these first two habits, living in the end and revision, you will begin to notice a shift in your consciousness. The world around you will start to reflect your new assumptions, your revised memories. This is where the third transformative habit comes into play, the cultivation of unwavering faith. Faith, my dear friends, is not blind belief in something outside of yourself. It is not hoping or wishing for a better future. True faith is the absolute conviction that what you have imagined in your mind and felt in your heart must inevitably manifest in your physical reality. It is the unshakable knowing that your desires are already fulfilled in the spiritual realm and are now moving into expression in the world of form. To cultivate this unwavering faith, you must learn to dismiss the evidence of your physical senses when they contradict your desired reality. If you have imagined financial abundance, yet your bank account shows a lack of funds, you must have the courage and conviction to say, this is but a shadow of the old man. My true reality is one of infinite abundance, and that is what I choose to accept and believe. This habit of faith requires practice and persistence. It demands that you stand firm in your conviction even when the entire world seems to argue against it. But I assure you, my friends, that as you strengthen this muscle of faith, you will witness miracles unfold in your life. For faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Now, let us turn our attention to the fourth habit, one that is often overlooked but is absolutely crucial in the art of conscious creation, the practice of gratitude. Gratitude, my friends, is not merely a polite social custom or a fleeting emotion. It is a powerful creative force, a state of being that aligns you with the abundance of the universe. When you cultivate an attitude of genuine gratitude, you are acknowledging that you already possess everything you desire. You are recognizing the infinite abundance that surrounds you at every moment. This state of thankfulness opens the floodgates of blessings, attracting more and more reasons to be grateful. Begin each day by counting your blessings. Before you rise from your bed, take a few moments to feel deep appreciation for all that you have in your life. Be thankful for the air you breathe, the beating of your heart, the roof over your head, the love of your family and friends. But don't stop there. Express gratitude for the things you desire as if you already possess them. If you desire perfect health, give thanks for your strong, vibrant body. If you seek a loving relationship, feel grateful for the wonderful partner who is already in your life, even if you haven't met them in the physical realm yet. Remember, in the world of imagination, in the kingdom within you, all things already exist. Your gratitude is the bridge that brings these desires into your physical experience. As you practice this habit of gratitude, you will find that your entire perspective on life begins to shift. The world around you will appear more beautiful, more abundant, more filled with opportunities and blessings. You will begin to see evidence of your desired reality everywhere you look, further strengthening your faith and accelerating the manifestation of your Riga. Now we come to the fifth and final habit, one that ties all the others together and amplifies their power exponentially, the art of letting go. This, my dear friends, is perhaps the most challenging habit to master. But it is also the most liberating and transformative. Letting go means releasing your attachment to the outcome, surrendering your desires to the infinite wisdom of the universe. It means trusting that once you have planted the seed of your desire in the fertile soil of your imagination, nurtured it with the water of your faith, and bathed it in the sunlight of your gratitude, you must then step back and allow it to grow in its own time and in its own way. Many of you may be wondering, but Neville, doesn't letting go contradict the idea of living in the end? How can I assume the feeling of my wish fulfilled while also detaching from the outcome? And to that I say, letting go is not about abandoning your desire or ceasing to live in the end. It is about releasing the anxiety, the doubt, and the need to control how and when your desire will manifest. When you truly let go, you enter a state of perfect peace and trust. You know with absolute certainty that your desire is already yours in the spiritual realm, and you are content to allow it to unfold in the physical world in the most beautiful and harmonious way possible. This state of letting go removes all resistance, all doubt, and all fear, creating a clear channel through which your desire can flow into your experience. Imagine, if you will, that you have ordered a package from a trusted source. You know with certainty that the package has been sent and is on its way to you. You spend every waking moment anxiously checking your mailbox or tracking the package's progress. Of course not. You simply go about your day confident in the knowledge that your package will arrive at the perfect time. This, my friends, is the essence of letting go. As you practice these 5 habits, living in the end, revision, unwavering faith, gratitude, and letting go, you will witness a transformation in your life so profound, so all-encompassing that it will seem nothing short of miraculous. And yet, it is not a miracle in the conventional sense. It is simply the natural outcome of aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe, of recognizing and embracing your true nature as a divine being, capable of shaping reality through the power of your imagination. Now, I want you to understand that these habits are not separate, isolated practices. They are interconnected, each one supporting and amplifying the others. As you live in the end, assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you naturally cultivate gratitude for what you have imagined. As you revise your past, you strengthen your faith in the malleability of reality. As you let go, you demonstrate your unwavering trust in the perfect unfolding of your desires. In just 1 week of consistently applying these habits, you will begin to see evidence of your new reality taking shape around you. But remember, my dear friends, time is an illusion. In the realm of spirit, change can happen in an instant. The moment you truly embrace these habits, the moment you fully accept your divine nature and the creative power of your imagination, your entire world can shift in the blink of an eye. Let me share with you a story that illustrates the transformative power of these habits. There was once a man who had struggled with financial difficulties for many years. He lived in a small, cramped apartment, could barely make ends meet, and felt trapped in a job he despised. Then he discovered these 5 habits and decided to apply them with unwavering commitment. For 1 week, he dedicated himself to living in the end. Every night before sleep and every morning upon waking, he would close his eyes and imagine himself living in a beautiful home, enjoying financial abundance, and working in a fulfilling career. He felt the joy, the freedom, the sense of security that came with this new reality. He revised his past, reimagining his childhood as one of abundance and opportunity. In his mind, he rewrote every memory of lack or limitation, replacing them with experiences of plenty and success. He cultivated unwavering faith, dismissing any doubts or negative thoughts that arose, affirming to himself, I am now living my ideal life. My success is assured. Throughout the day, he practiced gratitude, giving thanks for the abundance that surrounded him, even if his physical circumstances hadn't yet changed. He expressed heartfelt appreciation for his imagined wealth, his dream home, his perfect job, feeling the emotions as if these things were already his. And finally, he mastered the art of letting go. He released his anxiety about how or when his desires would manifest, trusting in the perfect timing of the universe. He went about his days with a sense of peace and contentment, knowing that his new reality was already secured in the spiritual realm. Now, you might expect me to tell you that after 1 week, this man suddenly won the lottery or received a large inheritance. But that is not how the law of assumption works. Instead, something far more profound occurred. The man's entire perception of his life transformed. He began to see opportunities where before he had only seen obstacles. His confidence soared, and he found himself performing better at work, leading to a promotion and a significant raise. His new positive attitude attracted people who could help him advance his career. An acquaintance offered him a chance to invest in a promising business venture, which he seized with both hands. Within a month, he had moved into a larger, more comfortable apartment. Within 3 months, he had started his own successful business. And within a year, he was living in the very home he had imagined during that transformative week. You see, my friends, the external changes in this man's life were merely reflections of the internal changes he had made through these 5 habits. By assuming the feeling of his wish fulfilled, by revising his past, by cultivating unwavering faith, by practicing gratitude, and by letting go, he had literally transformed himself into a new person, one whose reality matched his desires. Now I can sense that some of you may be thinking, but Neville, surely it can't be that simple. Surely there must be more to it than just imagining and feeling, and to that I say, yes, it is that simple, and no, there is nothing more to it. The power of creation lies within you, within your capacity to imagine and feel. Everything else, all the actions, all the apparent hard work, flows naturally from that initial creative act of imagination. Consider the words of the great William Blake. What is now proved was once only imagined. Everything in your world, from the chair you're sitting on to the most advanced technology, began as a thought, an idea, a spark of imagination in someone's mind. You, my dear friends, have that same creative power within you. You are not merely a passive observer of reality. You are the author of your life story. As we near the conclusion of our time together, I want to impress upon you the urgency of applying these habits in your life. Do not delay, do not procrastinate, do not tell yourself that you will start tomorrow. The time to begin is now, this very moment. For in truth, this moment is all that exists. The past is gone, the future is yet to be. But in this eternal now, you have the power to reshape your entire world. Begin tonight as you lay your head upon your pillow. Close your eyes and enter the state akin to sleep. That drowsy, quiet state where your conscious mind relaxes and your subconscious becomes receptive. In this state, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. See yourself living the life you desire. Feel the emotions associated with having your dreams realized. As you drift off to sleep, carry this feeling with you into your slumber, for your subconscious mind never sleeps. And it is in these quiet hours of the night that it works most powerfully to bring your assumptions into reality. When you awaken in the morning, before you rise from your bed, revisit this feeling. Spend a few moments in gratitude for the new day and for the fulfillment of your desires. Throughout your day, whenever you have a spare moment, while waiting in line, during your lunch break, as you commute to and from work, practice these habits. Live in the end, revise any unpleasant experiences, cultivate your faith, express gratitude, and let go of any anxiety or doubt. Remember, my friends, consistency is key. These habits are not a one-time exercise, but a new way of life. They require practice, dedication, and persistence. But I assure you, the rewards are beyond anything you can currently imagine. For as you master these habits, you master the very art of living. You become conscious creators, divine beings expressing the infinite power of the universe through your thoughts and feelings. In closing, I want to remind you of a profound truth. You are not bound by your past, by your current circumstances, or by what others think is possible for you. You are bound only by your own imagination and your willingness to assume the feeling of your wishes fulfilled. The life you dream of is not somewhere out there in a distant future. It exists now in this very moment within you. So go forth, my dear friends, and apply these 5 habits with all the intensity and conviction you can muster. Live in the end, revise your past, cultivate unwavering faith, practice gratitude, and learn to let go. Do this, and I promise you, in just 1 week, you will see your world begin to transform. And as you persist in these habits, you will continue to witness miracles unfold in your life, day after day, week after week, until you stand in awe of the magnificent reality you have created. Remember, the kingdom of heaven is within you. All that you seek, all the love, all the abundance, all the joy, all the success, it is already yours. You need only to claim it, to assume it, to embody it. For you are the operant power. You are the divine creative force expressing itself in human form. Embrace this truth, live from this understanding, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Go now and be the creator of your world. For in the words of the immortal bard, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. You, my friends, are not just players in this grand drama of life. You are the playwright, the director, and the star of your own magnificent story. Write it well, direct it with purpose, and play your part with all the passion and conviction you can muster. The curtain rises on your new life now. Step onto the stage of your transformed reality with confidence, with joy, and with the unshakable knowledge that you are the author of your destiny. The power is yours, the time is now, and the only limit is your imagination. Embrace these 5 habits, embody them fully, and watch as your life changes in just 1 week and continues to evolve into a masterpiece of your own creation. Thank you, bless you, and may your journey of conscious creation bring you all the joy, abundance, and fulfillment your heart desires. Remember, it is done. It is finished. Your new life awaits you. Claim it now with every fiber of your being and step into the glorious reality that is your divine birthright. The world is yours, shaped by your imagination, molded by your assumptions, and brought to life by the power of your consciousness. Go forth and create miracles, for that is who you truly are. Miracle workers, divine creators, gods in human form. The stage is set, the lights are on, and your magnificent performance begins now. Bravo, my friends, bravo. Let us begin by understanding a fundamental truth. Your imagination is the God within you. It is not some fanciful faculty for daydreaming or escaping reality. No, your imagination is the very workshop wherein you forge the template of your life experiences. Everything you see in your world began as a mere thought, a seed planted in the fertile soil of your mind. And just as a tiny acorn contains within it the blueprint for a mighty oak tree, so too does your imagination hold the blueprint for the grandest vision of Yori. But how, you may ask, can mere imagination bring about tangible results in the physical world? The answer lies in the nature of reality itself. You see, the world of Caesar, as I often call it, the world of physical matter and apparent solidity, is but a shadow play, a reflection of a deeper, more fundamental reality. And that reality, my dear friends, is consciousness itself. Consciousness is the only reality. Everything else, every object, every circumstance, every event, is a manifestation of consciousness. And you, in your truest essence, are that pure consciousness, that awareness that precedes all form. You are not a mere mortal being, limited by the apparent constraints of time and space. You are the eternal I am, the divine presence that speaks worlds into existence. Now, let this sink in for a moment. Feel the weight of this truth. You are not separate from the creative power of the universe. You are one with it. You are it. The same force that ignites stars and orchestrates the dance of galaxies is the very force that beats your heart and fires the synapses in your brain. And this force is directed by your assumptions, your beliefs, and most potently, by your imagination. So when I say you can achieve anything, I am not speaking of some external power granting your wishes. I am speaking of you, the real Yo-I am presence within you, shaping the malleable substance of existence according to your imaginal acts. For make no mistake, every imaginal act is a creative act. There is no division between the world within and the world without. They are one and the same. This is your true nature. This is the power that has been within you all along, waiting for you to claim it. So claim it now.